So I guess we should begin now. Vineet, all set? Are we ready?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So first of all, good evening. I would really start by greeting everyone, and I'm hoping everyone is doing great, comfortable, and healthy back at their places. Now, all of us know we have collected all together here for our webinar for our journey to OutSystems, where we are going to take a deeper dive as to what OutSystems is and how it helps us and what is the best we can do out of it. So before I begin, I am just going to share my screen with you. Just a second. Yeah. So we are already aware that our webinar goes by the name Journey to OutSystems. Again, where we are going to take a deeper dive on what OutSystems is, how it is going to help us, how it is going to boost our career prospects. Now, the agenda. So in order to make the webinar move smoothly and without any hindrance, I have gone ahead and divided our webinar into 4 parts. Initially, you're going to get to know your speakers and your host, which is right here in front of you, me and myself and Vineet. Then we are going to have a discussion about OutSystems, a very informative discussions. And after which we are going to attend to all the queries you have. You will be seeing a Q&A panel just below your, like wherever you have the chat box, you will have a Q&A box. You can drop in your questions and queries right there. And Vineet is going to take care of it after our discussion. And after which we conclude finally. So to begin with, let's start with some ice breaking. You're listening currently to your host. My name is Sayona Purohit, and my name is Sayona Purohit, and I would go ahead and describe myself as a marketing enthusiast in Ranosys Technologies, associated with all the marketing related activities of OutSystems. And this evening, I'm sharing this platform with my colleague and the speaker for the evening, Vineet Swami. And about Vineet, I would like to say that he's been a part of Ranosys family since past 11 years. And he's a global delivery manager of OutSystems in Ranosys. And he is also an OutSystems evangelist associated with spreading the word of OutSystems and also aiding in the training of the same. Just before we begin, to avoid any kind of confusion and hindrances, we have certain rules of engagement for you. We definitely, all of us, except myself and Vineet, are going to stay mute during the webinar so that we don't create a little chaos. And again, I repeat, if you have any questions, any comments during the webinar, please feel free to drop in the Q&A panel. We are going to attend to it. And if because of the time crunch, if we are not being able to attend to it, please feel free to personally message Vineet on his LinkedIn. Vineet Swami is his name on LinkedIn. Please just go ahead and message him. We'll definitely take care of it. And the entire meeting will be recorded and it will be shared to you via email so that if you miss out on any facts, you can totally revise and get your facts clear. So now we are good to go. Without further delay, let's begin. Just a minute. Yeah. So let's address our topic of discussion. And while saying this, I already have my first question in mind for Vineet, that what exactly OutSystems is. Over to you, Vineet.
Okay, so thank you so much, Sayona. And good evening, everyone. Very warm welcome to the event. And yeah, in this, we will talk about OutSystems. So first thing, what is OutSystems? Before that, I want to talk about the industry market. So if we see our IT industry, mostly have the web and mobile-based applications are in trend, and every client wants the same to grow their business. And to develop these type of applications, we have many different technologies available. Like for web, we can use PHP, .NET, and Java. For mobile, for native applications, we can use Android or iOS platforms. And there are a few we can say hybrid technologies also, like Ionic, React Native. Okay, so these are few traditional technologies currently we are using. Now, when we talk about OutSystems is one of the modern platform which is low code based. Okay, using OutSystems, we can develop both web and mobile type of applications, and the way to develop is similar. So one person can learn both type of work. Okay, and like if when I'm talking that it is modern technology, or we can say latest in trend, so I will talk about the trend in which, like, we know previously when we started our coding practice. Initially, the C++ languages were there. Then VB.NET was introduced. Then ASP.NET, Java, PHP. Then there are frameworks. Okay, so in every update, we were getting some new libraries, things, or updates, which actually reduces the work of developers. Okay, and by doing this, actually, like there are, if we talk about frameworks, so in frameworks, they every time introduce new libraries, which actually reduces the work. We just need to use their functions and all, and we can complete the work. Same way, the current trend is of the low code platforms or the platforms. Okay, and in which we can say, like, the low code platforms are something which is really useful and very fast in terms of developing the applications. Okay, so using this, we can say, like, for example, OutSystems. If we use OutSystems, we can develop these type of applications 50% faster than other traditional technologies. So yeah, this is all about OutSystems, and like, it is a low code platform.
Okay, well, that is quite interesting that, how a low code platform provides all the tools for companies to develop, deploy, and manage omni-channel enterprises applications. So speaking of which, Vineet, I need you to elaborate a little more on the low code aspect of OutSystems. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So when we talk about low code means in these platforms, the low code platforms are mainly, we can say, it's in latest trend, and using these, we can develop our application by dragging and dropping the things. Like in OutSystems, if we talk, in OutSystem, we can drag and drop the elements and can create our screens. If we talk about the logic, we just drag and drop conditions and loops, and we create the flow diagrams. Okay, and same way, for if we need to use database and queries, we will just drag and drop the our tables and write the queries there. Okay, so using this, actually, we it is reducing our work. We don't need to code much, and once we will save it to the server, it automatically generates the complete code. So we can say it is automating the coding part. Okay, and due to that, it is way faster than other traditional technologies.
Again, well described, Vineet. So also, in the era of digital transformations, low-code platforms are driving more innovation, like, very swiftly, and the features like this are, making the development platforms, like these development platforms, the first choice of developers, right? So, moving on, could you please again elaborate for me as to how can we say that OutSystems is different from other technologies?
Okay, so mainly it's because of low code, we can say, and when I talk about low code. So let me take example of traditional technologies first. Or okay, let me take an attractive example. So for example, cars. Previously, we were using cars which were having manual automation, and now the cars are automated. Means we don't need to change the gear and all. So it actually reduces the work for the driver and makes the automation, means the machine is automatically changing the gears. Same way in OutSystems or in our technologies, traditional technologies, our traditional technologies are somewhere manual. Either we, as an IT industry, we are making automation in other industries, but still in IT industry, we need to write the code from our hands. Okay, but these low or OutSystems makes it automatic. And like I mentioned in my previous example also, once we create our drag screens or logics using drag and drop features, after that, once we save it, our server automatically generates complete code and automatically deploys also on the server. So by doing this, actually it reduces the work for the developer. They don't need to generate or write the code from scratch. They don't need to make the manual deployment where human errors are there. So it reduces the human errors as well. Okay. And technology like OutSystems is provides us the DevOps tools needed. Normally, in previous technology, when we thought we need to set up our DevOps tools, we need to configure our server. But here,
Sorry,
in
Vineet, there is background noise and your voice is a bit low. It just disturbed. It was good before.
okay, is it okay now?
Yes, it's better now. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I was talking about DevOps tools. So in OutSystems, everything is inbuilt. We got the DevOps tools like service
Again, there is
center.
issues. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so what type of issue is there?
That background noise and the voice was low.
Okay, you know.
Yes.
Okay.
It start after a few seconds. Like now, when you move, it starts. So seems like some problem with the headphone. Yeah.
I will not move now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I was talking about DevOps tools. So like in OutSystems, it provides us tools like Lifetime and Service Center where we can manage everything about the service.
Sorry, Vineet, it's not helping. You may need to change something because still it's low. Earlier, when you started, it was good.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's quite better. Yes, thank you.
So thanks, Casey. Yeah. So we were on DevOps tools again. Yeah. So like I was talking about Service Center and Lifetime tools, which are useful to configure everything on the server. We can manage everything using these tools. But in other technologies, we may need to configure manually or by going onto the server. So this is the majorly difference about the traditional technologies and when we talk about OutSystems as a low code.
Wow, that's really good to know about like how in OutSystems we can develop applications like other traditional technologies and it generates the code automatically. And not to forget its exemplary speed in the development process. Like it simplifies the process for us many folds.
Yeah.
And now that we are talking about the usage of this technology, so could you please show some light on like exactly which type of business and customers actually avail OutSystems, like use OutSystems?
Okay. Yeah. So I will say here that OutSystems is built for enterprise grade of applications or big clients. Okay. First of all, its license is very costly because OutSystem wants that this platform should be used by the enterprise grade of customers only. Okay. So yep. Apart from that, if we talk about the domains, like there are many platforms in the industry. Okay. which like few supports, or we can say develop CRM type of applications, few supports e-commerce type of applications. But in OutSystems, it is something where we can develop any type of applications like we do in Java, .NET, PHP, and all. Okay, so it support all type of domains, and mainly means our customers also in from every domain or every industry using OutSystems. When I'm talking about enterprise grade, so like I mentioned, its license cost is very high. So mainly the big customers uses it to completely migrate on the OutSystems. Mainly, like I'm working on many projects, and the clients are trying to build as much as possible or applications over the OutSystems. So OutSystems also support this. Once we purchase one license, using this means using one license only, we can develop as much as a needed application. There is no limit about the applications. So yeah, it's something means we can use it, or the customers are using it from every domain or every industry.
That was quite a description, Vineet. You certainly magnified our concepts about the utilization of this technology. Now, after knowing so much, just out of curiosity, like I've been feeling curious for a very long time. Again, I have to shoot a question to you that for the fact, like, how did Ranosys start its journey with OutSystems? We are really like everyone wants to know, I think.
Okay, yep. So like I'm working with Ranosys from last 11 years, and like I was also working initially on PHP and .NET, these type of technologies. Okay, and every year, like in Ranosys, we did our vision meetings to plan our next year to grow, means how we can achieve our planned growth, and to do like every year we are growing 50% every year. So because of these vision meetings only. So 3 years back, when we were doing our vision meeting, that time we wanted, means we planned to change the gear. We wanted to start something which is trend in the industry, and how we can grow. So that time we planned for OutSystems and few different platforms. And that time only we started with OutSystems. First of all, we started learning it. We did certifications and build a team. Then we got partnership with OutSystems also. So currently we are partner in APAC region and EME region, UK and US. And with that, we are well connected with OutSystems team also. So we are growing well, means from there, and getting good projects, good enterprise projects, we can say, and good clients. And we till now we have built approx 60 plus team members within our company. And yeah, so our next vision is to become the biggest company in Asia region. So yeah, that's our plan.
Certainly, I must say this graph looks quite progressive and ambitious to me. So speaking of which, let's discuss something about what is the future of OutSystems.
Okay, so this is a good question.
Yeah.
About future, like every industry focuses or plans their further growth plan, like using the forecasts. And there are few forecast companies like Gartner and Forrester. For IT industry, they have provided a forecast like by 2024, 65% of the mobile and web applications will be developed using low-code platforms. Okay, and in their trend analysis only, OutSystems is one of the leader in mobile and web development applications as a low-code. So now, like if we talk about the future, means if the forecast is somewhere the applications will be using low-code platforms in future, and its growth is for sure. And now in current days, if we see, it's a trending technology where we can see huge demand in our clients, and we can see in developers also like there is a lot of opportunities available for the developers. So yeah, we can say there is resource crunch in terms of development resources, and if we talk about customers, then yeah, it's in huge demand.
So, like, after whatever you had to say, I'm connecting the dots and I'm finding this forecast like quite convincing because, as I said previously, that it is actually like the trend, we could say, the new trend, the new revolution in terms of technology. So, this forecast is actually quite convincing. Now, if I ask you that, what kind of growth are we looking at, we can achieve as an individual if we are associated with OutSystems? So what is your comment on that?
Okay, so you are asking that how developers can grow using
The
OutSystems.
growth of an individual in association with OutSystems.
Okay, so like I have mentioned in my previous answer that this technology or the low code is in trend, and if we are following something which is in trend in the industry, for sure we will grow. Okay, and very simple answer is like it's in higher demand. There are lots of companies working on OutSystems, and there are many job opportunities. And when we say like there is resource crunch, so developers get higher pay scale as well. So yeah, for sure, means in next 5 years, it's really good for developers to learn OutSystems and work with OutSystems.
All in all, growth with OutSystem has no going back. It's like always, moving on an uptrend graph. Okay, so after listening to this, like I'm more than sure that most of us in the audience also, and me also, I want to know, like personally, how do we start our career, like a kickstart to a career with OutSystems?
Okay. So, okay, sorry, I didn't get your question. So, but what I understand is you want to understand means how we can start our career with OutSystems, is it?
Exactly.
Okay, so to learn OutSystem, let me share my screen and show means how exactly we can do this. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, so to start with OutSystem, first of all, like you need to create your account on the OutSystems website. So OutSystems website is outsystems.com/home. Once you will create your account, after that you will get your personal environment, which is a cloud server. Over there you can create your applications and can test those. So this is the first step. After that, to learn, there are some guided paths in OutSystems only. You can see all those over the website. So if you want to become a web developer or mobile developer, you can follow these guided paths. Or if you are someone who's experienced and working as a tech lead in different technology and you want to become a tech lead in OutSystems, you can do tech lead of certification course. So there are many courses which you can follow. Okay, and in these courses there are a series of videos which is very interactive and you can easily understand. It is explaining you step by step. Okay, so you can follow these guided paths, and then like you have your development environment server also. You can create your applications there. You can understand how we are building the applications on this. And once you think like you are good to go, you can create application now, or you are as a professional now, then you can start, or you can do your certifications also. So there are a few certifications in this certifications section. So like if you want to become reactive web developer, then you can do this for web developer. So at the end, it will give you recognition also that you did this, and you have the certification. Okay, and like if anyone from us wants to learn, like to start with OutSystems, there is a program which like I'm very well connected with the OutSystems community as well, and our community manager in India, Yash, is running one program to learn about OutSystems, where he will share one guided path or learning plan, and you can follow that, you can learn about that, and then can complete your certification as well. So we can follow that.
Well, thank you so much, Vineet, for your words of wisdom. Now, I can see that we have a question in our panel, and I think it's in the chat, not in the Q&A panel. So I think let's just attend to it first.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, let me help you. Yeah.
Sorry, Sayona, I'm not getting you. Your voice is not clear.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Okay, so I can see the questions in the chat box. There is one question from Prince. So Prince mentioned that is it kind of content management system? So Prince, it's not an just content management system. Like I've mentioned, whatever we can develop using traditional technologies, using Java, .NET, and PHP, those type of applications we can develop using OutSystems as well. So it is similar to those technologies. Okay, and there is nothing like we can just develop this thing only, or like there are few platforms which are just providing CRM type of solutions or CMS type of solutions. This is not some like that. Using OutSystems, you can develop anything, any type of application, both web and mobile. I think in chat, I can see only one query. Okay.
Yeah, so Vineet, in the Q&A panel, we have one question from Tushar. How do we start exploring OutSystems on a Mac?
Exploring on Mac. Okay, so you can start exploring using the guided path and all, but the IDE, which actually using which we can develop OutSystems applications, that is somewhere not supporting Mac right now. Our community team is working on it, and maybe very soon we will get IDE for Mac also. So yeah, using other platforms like Windows, you can learn it, or you can use IDE of OutSystems.
We have another question. What is the average salary package of OutSystems developer with around 2 years experience?
So I cannot tell any scale here, but it depends on the companies. Okay, but I can clearly say that like it's in trend. Okay, and there is resource crunch in the market. So for sure, as you will be working on the platform, you will get higher pay scale than other traditional technologies. Okay, so there is one more question from Wasim. As you said, it's license-based platform, which is too high and only work with enterprise level of systems. So a fresher can learn it, or the people who have license of it can. Okay, it's the license is for customers only. Like I've shared it on my screen. Once you will create your account, you will get your personal environment that is completely free. Okay, and using that you can learn and you can develop your applications. Okay, and deploy it on server and just test. So there's nothing for developers that they need to pay something and then only you can learn.
Vineet, in the chat box, I can see there is one question we have. I'll read it aloud. From integrations point of view, connectors are available for ERP, CRM, financial system, etc. OOB, like Just please open the chat box so that it may be more clear to you. It's from Mandar.
Okay, let
Yeah.
me see the question. Okay, so from Mandar, from integration point of view, connectors are available for ERP, CRM, financial. Yeah, so yes, Mandar, there are connectors available on the Forge. We have one Forge repository where many Forge components are available. There are many connectors are available. We can just install those and can directly connect to the ERP or CRM type of solutions. So like for now, as I remember, we have used Salesforce connector is there, SAP connector is there, and there are a few others also which are very common. We can use those. There is one more query from Prince. I just want to know, can we create all kind of applications like iOS and Android too? Yeah, so Prince, we can create both web and mobile applications using OutSystems. Now, OutSystems supports hybrid type of mobile applications, which you will create one application and you can deploy for both iOS and Android. You can generate the build for both. So this type of applications we can create using OutSystems. So we can say, yes, you can create both type of applications using OutSystems. Now, next question is from Tushar. So Tushar, about the career opportunities, like in India, OutSystems as a developer communities, it is growing very fast. Okay, there are many companies working on OutSystems right now. Okay, and very there are few which want to start as well. So for sure, like it's a trend, or we can say it's a futuristic technology. So for sure, many companies will start it, and currently there are many which actually working on it. And when I talk many companies, there are all the big companies which we know, very well-known companies are also working on OutSystems. Okay, so next one is from one person. He's mentioned that I'm actually come from non-technical educational background. I'm working in KPMG as OutSystem consultant, but I want to know, like outside, it is a mandatory thing to have engineering, or I can grow with my knowledge. I'm certified associated developer. Yeah, so it's nothing related to your studies or education background. If you know the correct logics, if you know how to develop the web application or mobile application, you can learn it and you can work as an OutSystems developer. Okay, there is one more. So we call APIs for mobile applications. Can we use all kind of APIs which are written in other technologies, or APIs must be written in OutSystems only? Okay, so Prince, for this also, like we can use APIs which are developed in any technology. There is no restriction, and you can develop your own web APIs also using OutSystems. Okay, so and with this, like if you want to integrate with other systems, or if you want to use a database or code from another system, then there is also one privilege that you can use, you can say integration studio, and using that you can use the code of different technology in OutSystems applications also. So yeah, there's no restriction like this. You can do everything whatever you want.
Vineet, again, we have a question in the chat box from Pankaj. What are the competitor of OutSystems and where OutSystems stand in competition?
Sorry, I didn't get your voice properly. Can you repeat?
Yeah, sure. I'll be slow. What are the competitors of OutSystems? It's the first question. And the second one is where OutSystems stand in the competition.
Okay, so like OutSystems or the low code is in trend, And there is not only OutSystems, there are other platforms also like Mendix, and there are a few others. I will not share the names, but yeah, there are others also. And if we talk about where OutSystems stands, so we can say, like I've shared the Gartner and Forrester's forecast or technology analysis. In that, OutSystems is in leader's position. Okay, and OutSystems is one of the oldest company for which actually developed the low code platform. So it is very feature rich technology, and we can say in competition it is we can say it's number one low code platform right now. Okay, so is there any other query? I think we can conclude it here, and other queries we can take in LinkedIn or somewhere else, or we can reply later. Is it okay, Sayona?
Yes, yes, definitely. So the ones we have tried to cover most of the questions we've received. Now, whatever questions that are unanswered, you may please get in touch with Vineet on LinkedIn and drop in your queries in the messenger box, and you can definitely get the answers to all of them. So, yeah.
So guys, don't worry. I will first of all, sorry, I am not able to give all the answers right now, but yeah, for sure, I will give you all the answers and share with you. Thank you.
So, well, I hope we did our best to share our little journey to OutSystems with you. And you have really been a great and a patient audience. And this wouldn't have concluded smoothly without your cooperation and participation and punctuality specifically. And I would also like to thank you, Vineet, for taking out time and sharing your insights with us, which I'm sure which is going to help many of us in excelling in our careers. And last but not the least, I would also thank the backend team at Ranosys who made putting up this webinar possible. And
yeah, so one thing I want to add, Shana, like
yeah, please go ahead.
you can put that link here for
Yeah.
those who wants to learn OutSystems, and we can connect all those team members with Yash, and we can share the learning path with them by next week so that they can start learning.
Yeah, give me a moment. I will definitely share this. So as Vineet said, anyone who wants to continue get in touch with Vineet after the webinar and how to start their career with OutSystems. Vineet has a very well-structured program planned for you. In the chat box, I'm sharing a link. You can please go ahead and fill that form. And after which, Vineet will be connecting to you and taking care of everything personally. Just a minute. I hope everyone can access the form.
Yeah, we can see. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and it's like really nice meeting to you all, and nice talking to. So yeah, have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. As I said, you guys have been really nice and cooperative. Thank you so much, Vineet. Thank you so much, the team at Ranosys. It was a really great session, informative. Now we are going to take your leave. Stay healthy, stay safe.
Thank you. Bye-bye.